Okay, let's talk about this. So if you're watching this channel, I'm Kuda Malloy, and I do these product reviews for you because I care about you people. I want everybody to be able to do the basic cooking skills that everybody needs to do, which is like fry an egg. You should be able to fry an egg pretty easy. And you should be able to make, number 2, potatoes in a stainless steel frying pan. And by the way, there's a link to this pan. There's a link to the spatula that I use in the description section. Sometimes I put it in the comment section. But anyways, if you saw the video prior to this one where I did the egg, I'll put a link down below as well just to make it easy. But it's literally the video just before this one. If you saw that video, we did the whole Leidenfrost, however you pronounce it, effect. And what I did was I'm on the biggest burner that I have, right? And I turned my heat between medium and low. So there's medium, there's low. And I actually found a spot, that's why I marked it with a pen. I found a spot where it's the perfect temperature to get the pan up to make it that whole Leidenfrost effect. But basically what you do is you heat the pan up for about a minute or 2, sometimes it takes 2 minutes. Get like a drop of water, drop it in there. When the water balls around and moves around, and it stays as a ball of water for like seconds, like 5, 6, 10 seconds, you know you're at the right temperature. If when you throw the water in there, the water just completely sizzles and evaporates, pan's too hot. You got to lower the temperature, and it's an experiment. You're gonna be doing this, the first time you do it, like it's gonna take a while to find the right temperature, and then once you find it, that's why I just marked mine to make it easier. But once you find it, you're set. Well, anyways, once you do that, and your pan comes up to temperature, dump the water out, and then put in some butter or oil or whatever you want to use, lard, fat, whatever. I like butter because butter just tastes so damn good. If you're going to use oil, my tip for the oil is try not to use olive oil to fry. Because when you fry with olive oil, foods tend to stick. There's some chemical thing that happens where it just sticks. You could use olive oil in other ways. Like if you want to do some olive oil, put some garlic in there, and then throw in like a whole bunch of tomato sauce or make some chicken or whatever, that's totally fine. Or if you want to put like olive oil in pasta sauce, absolutely. I mean, Italians have been doing it for like centuries. But to fry, what I like to use is either like vegetable oil, peanut oil, like something that isn't hydrogenated, blah, blah, blah. Whatever. Anyways, you get the idea. That's why I just stick with butter. It's easy. It's just grass-fed butter, boom, done. Or Costco butter, whatever you want to use. You want to use that Kerrygold, whatever, this stuff, right? You can use that kind of butter too. Whatever you like. Whatever floats your boat. But anyways, once you throw your tablespoon or 2, I like to use 2 tablespoons of butter in there. What I then do is I let it sizzle out. So it's going to sizzle. Let it sizzle out. When it stops sizzling, that's when it's time to add your potatoes, in this case, to the pan, or your eggs if you're making eggs. But once you get all that done, look at how non-stick this becomes. And then this would be the point where I would start tossing. Look at how beautiful those potatoes are, right? And look at how non-stick the pan is. So that the things that may have been hindering you in the past, if you've been trying to fry potatoes or eggs in a stainless steel pan, number 1 is the temperature. Make sure you get the pan to the right temperature. And the test for that, to know that you're at the right temperature, is that drop a ball of water in after your pan's been heating up for 2 or 3 minutes. The water should move around. If you check out the video just before this one, you'll see that whole process going on there. The second thing is you have to use enough oil or fat or butter or whatever. And the third thing is make sure or I guess subsection A would be make sure you're using the right type of fat. So this is just regular old like grass-fed or non-grass-fed butter, whatever you want to use, it's fine. If you're going to use oil, I try to stick with peanut oil or some kind of vegetable oil that is more on the, let's say, like healthier organic side. Something that is not homogenized or any of that kind of stuff. I don't really cook with a lot of vegetable oil, but if I do, it's usually peanut. Sometimes you can get rice bran oil. Like if any of you are curious, this is rice bran oil. Sometimes I use this, like this specific brand. It came for free when I bought the huge jug. But anyways, you get the idea. But as long as you're using the right, so let's recap. As long as you're using the right temperature, right? Get your pan up to the right temperature. somewhere between medium low. It's better to err on the side of being below medium than it is to be with a higher temperature frying pan. Second tip is make sure you're using butter or the correct type of oil, right, to do that. And once you do this a few times, your pan will everything in your pan will just glide like a hockey puck on ice. Hockey Puck on Ice, by the way, is going to be the name of my new band. Just kidding. We're going to be huge in Japan. Just saying. Maybe Europe. I don't know. The Hoff, look out, because I'm coming after you with Hockey Puck on Ice. Anyway, if you get a sticker, like one piece of potato sticks or whatever, use a more silicone type of spatula. This is an OXO Good Grips. I'll put a link to this down there below in the description as well. But if you do get a sticker, just gentle pressure, try to get it to release. Another tip is when you put your potatoes in, after you've gotten your butter, your oil, your margarine in there or whatever, try to let them sit for like a good 30 seconds before you start touching and moving and whatever. Oh, it's not sticking. Just let them sit for 30 seconds. Let them build up like a little bit of a crust and then start moving your potatoes around, right? And they should be as non-sticky as possible. This is, to me, like maybe like 3/4 of the way done. So in a little bit, I'll probably take these off. Another tip, this is huge, is salt after you take them out of the pan. If you put salt in the pan with the potatoes, they're gonna stick like crazy because the salt is gonna dry out the liquid barrier, right? The oil and everything else that's between the potatoes and the pan. So don't salt in the pan. Salt after you take them out of the pan. Very huge. Anything else? I'm trying to think of other questions that you might all ask. And that's the reason why there's a comment section. So in that comment section, make sure to post up your questions. Let me know what you're thinking. Let me know if you know what the story is. I did a video like this a couple years back, and I just had way too much oil in there. So I've learned to cut back on the butters and the fats and the oils and everything else. But these potatoes are looking damn good. What I might do is get a paper towel, put it on a plate, and then put the potatoes on those so I can dry off some of the excess oil or butter or fat or whatever. I'm just trying to think of anything else that y'all might ask me. That's why there's a comment section. Anyways, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button if you like what you're seeing. I'm Kuda Malloy. I will try to post up videos like this in the future, stuff that you guys want to see. And who knows, your comment may turn into a future video, so make sure to check that out. But that's basically it. The All-Clad 10-inch frying pan, a link will be down in the description. The spatula that I use, the OXO Good Grips, that'll be down in the description. Check out some other cool stuff that's down in the description section as well. Make sure to comment, make sure to like, hit the notification bell if you want to be notified when videos like this come out in the future. Anyways, Kuda Malloy, and I will catch you all on the next exciting adventure.